Welcome back to the Sandler Files, episode 23.
What did we watch?
I'm so mentally done, dude.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
All right, this week we watched 2 content pieces, but really we watched 13, if you think about it.
It's true.
So we watched 2 seasons of the Nick Swarsden original sitcom, Typical Rick, and we watched a lovely little indie short film.
Indie horror flick. It was a full-length film. It was a full-length movie.
It was
in
called
theaters.
The Shortcut. And I have some
Let's
thoughts on
roll
that
the
one.
intro. Let's roll the intro.
Roll the intro, please, God.
Oh, you got it? Okay, sure.
Was Uncle paying Vanilla Ice this whole time?
Like that, little man? You want a piece of me?
This is me. This is how I win.
Okay.
If there was a God in this universe, the intro was just rolled.
After seeing The Shortcut, I have a feeling there was no intro.
Max, how dare you? How dare you come in here? When we were watching The Shortcut, I kept saying, this is the worst thing we've watched in the show. I was miserable. You kept going, it's not that bad.
It wasn't
and then
that
you
bad.
come in
It wasn't
here
that bad.
and steal my depression.
You're right. I won't take that energy. Typical Rick was pretty rough. I guess let's talk about The Shortcut first.
Shortcut first? Okay.
Sure.
Shortcut is a horror film made by Scary Madison, a subsection of Happy Madison, Adam
The
Sandler's
only
production
film
studio.
By Scary Madison ever.
Yeah. It was written by Scott Sandler, who we believe is Adam Sandler's brother.
He is Adam Sandler's brother.
There's very little information.
There's one picture of them together on. I had to do a little bit of digging and connecting to figure this out, but it's the one credit he has on IMDb.
I'm actually half convinced it is Adam, just by another name.
He's
Maybe he hired someone to pose as his brother. I don't
Yeah.
know. And then it's directed by Nicholas Goosen, who has really been the author of our misery lately on this show.
Hey, don't be so rude to the man.
No.
Okay.
I'm entitled.
All right.
Because
okay.
I have to watch The Shortcut. And here's the thing. No, here's the thing about here's the thing about The Shortcut, okay?
Yeah.
What I want to start with
Yes.
is that I had to pay for this film.
This is why you don't like it
This
so much.
is-
I 100% believe this is the reason that this
I
is your
had
least favorite movie.
Financial backing in this project.
Yeah.
I put $5 of my own money into.
As we do with all of our films.
Yes,
But there's more. But there's more to this.
That's what I'm getting to.
Yeah. So please continue. I just want to confirm that.
Yeah. Okay. I paid $5 to Steve Jobs and the iTunes conglomerate for this picture. And when I received it, lo and behold, to my surprise, it was in 4:3, even though I bought the HD version.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe they did this on purpose. And I look it up, and I'm going to say it again. Lo and behold, I'm going to keep that one coming back.
Lo and behold.
Lo and behold.
Yes.
I watched the trailer for the film. It's not intended to be in 4:3. In fact, it's letterboxed.
They uploaded the full screen version, from old
the
DVD releases.
Yeah, or
to Apple.
honestly could be the VHS.
I mean,
it was
this didn't have a VHS. It was 2009.
2009. But oh wow.
But it's like DVDs. They used to do this all the time, where they'd have the full screen version. That would be you'd get the full picture, but there would be the bars on the top and bottom of the screen because most TVs were 4:3. Or you get the widescreen, which is they zoom in each shot and go in and individually move it.
You flipped them.
Did I?
Yeah.
Full
Widescreen has the bars.
Yes. Yeah.
Full
My
screen,
bad.
yeah.
That's what I meant. Full screen is they zoom it in so that it fits the TV.
If it's a 4:3 TV, but we don't have 4:3 TVs because it's not 2009.
It's very hard to buy a
But
new
the
4:3
problem-
TV these days.
The problem was not exclusively the 4:3-ness. I don't mind 4:3. I have no
No,
problem.
the
Even
movie
though
wasn't made for 4:3.
well, the picture was cut off, but also it was recolor graded. I
Yeah.
watched the trailer. I watched footage from the movie, and it was colored like a normal movie. It looked like a 2009 movie from Hollywood. It's
Yeah.
lit properly.
No,
all the stuff.
I imagine that is a thing for full screen as well, where it's like they maybe blast the colors up a little bit more, like broadcast TV, because old tube televisions would have darker pictures.
I get this. Looks
So that's why old sitcoms are so bright and everything, and commercials and stuff.
It looked like I was watching a VHS tape that was recorded off a syndicated cable broadcast of this movie.
Yeah.
It was easily the worst possible way to experience this movie.
Right. So
And I already don't like the movie.
Yeah, so the movie,
and I paid for it.
the movie is a Goosebumps episode, basically, of the old 90s Goosebumps TV show. That's what I'd equate it to, with maybe a little bit more violence.
I'm gonna cut in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Sure.
But I just want to say.
You want to talk about the
I
full
wanna
screen
I need to.
Yeah.
No, what I want to say is.
Okay.
I had an option. I could rent the movie for $4 or buy it for $5, and I thought, well, why not buy it? It's $1 extra.
Yeah.
Oh boy, do I regret that choice. If I could have saved $1 of my money from going towards this movie, gladly would I do it. I've made many mistakes in my life, but if I had one time travel trip to something in my own life that I could change,
You would save
save $1.
Why would you do that?
to send a message.
To who?
Nicholas Goosen
Nick Goosen.
and those hacks at Scary Madison.
Oh, come on.
I am livid.
Nick Goosen made Grandma's Boy.
This is my official support ticket for.
Okay.
Give me my money back if you're not gonna give me the proper version
You
of the
should
movie.
email them in. They'll probably give you your money back.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like,
That seems like a lot of work.
yeah, that's probably
The
what the
time
guy.
travel
That's
one-
probably what the
time
guy
travel
uploading
one's
the video
easier.
file to Apple TV thought when it's like, oh, I only have the 4.3 version. Oh, that's a lot of work. Whatever. Who cares?
Anyways, go back into the plot. I'm sorry.
Anyways,
I'm upset.
Yeah. So I mean, the plot is stupid.
Oh yeah.
It's just like It's like some. It's what is it? There's a shortcut
It doesn't
near a
even feel
school,
real.
and everyone in the town's like, "Oh, don't go down the shortcut. It's covered by a fence and everything." And everybody knows about the shortcut because if you go down the shortcut, there's an old man on the shortcut who kills dogs.
And they're like, the police try to do something, but they can't. There's
yeah.
no evidence.
No, they didn't even say the cops did anything. They're like, just nothing's been done about it for like 50 years.
Yeah, so it's like a creepy old man, and you keep getting flashbacks to the 40s and 50s of this kid who was like murdering people on the shortcut, and that's how the legend started.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid is like a homicidal maniac, and his parents are like, we don't know what to do. We don't want to kill our boy, but he's clearly got problems. We don't want to send him to electroshock therapy, whatever. And so they just like keep him around, even though he keeps killing people. And the movie is setting you up to believe that the old man that is haunting the shortcut currently
Yes.
is that boy. But I guessed within one shot of the old man appearing. See, the little boy has an older brother in the
Flashback.
flashbacks, and
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So the old man we see is the older brother, and he's cleaning up.
Spoilers. We're in spoiler territory for
Well,
anybody.
this was my theorem. This was
I
my
just want to
hypothesis.
pause for a moment for anybody who maybe has the shortcut on their Letterboxd watch list and is they want to see this. Don't listen to what Jeremy said before I said this.
No, don't watch it. Don't watch it.
Yeah,
this is a horror movie where the concept is there's a spooky shortcut. What? Who wrote
this is a
this?
spooky shortcut home from school through the woods.
Imagine what kind of log line is that? Well, how do you pitch that? You go like Adam's sitting at a desk and he's like, "All right, show me what you got." You know, our first foray into horror, and they're like, "Okay, picture this: a kid moves to a new town, and he discovers that there's a spooky shortcut." If you take this shortcut home from school, you don't know what's gonna happen.
An old man yells at you. An old man walks up to you and goes, "You like blood, boy?
And then they gave
You like blood, boy?"
They gave this like $5 million. They're like, yeah, go shoot this. This was a money laundering scheme.
No. This is a depressing failure from Scott Sandler. Was that even his name?
Yeah,
I don't remember. Adam
I don't
Sandler's brother.
care.
Like, this is the first thing he ever did. This is the first thing he ever worked on. And it's the only thing he ever worked on. And he wrote it. So I think Adam Sandler's brother was like, hey, let's do a Scary Madison Productions to your Happy Madison, and I'll make some horror movies for it. And then we'll have, 2 exports, right? We'll build this up. So Adam's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, then one day we could do Sad Madison.
We'll do Sadie Madison. Oh, that's perfect. So then his brother wrote this film, and it came out, and it was their lowest grossing film ever.
But it's one of the lowest grossing films of all time. But
Yes.
it is one of the highest rated Happy Madison movies. So you gotta balance these
interesting.
out.
That's
It has like a
interesting.
60 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Which, look, maybe I would have enjoyed it more if I was watching the correct version of the movie, but it looked like a TV show from the 90s.
Like, I could move past that, though,
I could not.
Like, I got the message of, it's a,
No.
you see what you need to see
No.
in the screen,
No.
and the characters say what they need to say.
I'm telling you now, no.
Are you gonna watch this
Aesthetics
movie again in 1080 and you think it's gonna be good?
Okay, but no, I'm not gonna think it's good.
Okay.
But here's the thing: like in a visual medium, the visuals matter.
Yeah.
Film is an inherently visual medium.
Yeah. And
So
there was some neat coloring
No.
at times. There was some lighting stuff.
No.
You remember when he was in like
vehemently
in behind the
disagree.
hot dog shop, and there was like a red light on him, and it was kind of through a chain link fence, so it was projecting like a pattern on him. There were times where there was thought put into the visual makeup of a shot.
And it would have looked better if I was not watching
But
a
I still
cropped
understood
and
it. I
version.
can still, give my review of it. I understand what it's going for.
I'm
going
to apologize because this will be the most openly hostile I will ever be on this show.
I don't understand what
this is like far and away my least favorite thing I've ever had to watch for this podcast. Like not even
That's
close.
crazy.
See you.
It was
say
just
that.
like it had a 60 on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'd agree with that, like 60 or 50%. It's just a middle of the line. Like this is the movie they put on at the drive-in while the kids make out, and it's like they don't even pay attention to it, right? It's generic. Oh, the creepy old man. You don't go walk down, and then all the kids die going down the shortcut.
You are entitled to your opinion.
Yes. Yeah.
But I paid.
You're entitled to your opinion. You did pay it.
I just look.
Lost $5.
I lost 5 schmackers.
Were you about to make a Rick and Morty reference?
No.
Okay.
Never. Anyway, so the old man. How long have we been recording? Oh,
It's like 13 minutes. We'll change from this soon. And
yeah.
Dave Franco's in this movie.
Dave Franco's in it. He's fine. The old man. Yeah, it's the older brother of the kid who used to murder people, and then they find they're investigating.
It's like a group
him.
of kids in modern day go investigate this guy because they think he killed one of the kids' dogs.
Then they find the old man,
Mhm.
another old man, a second old man who's the younger brother. We find out chained up because they kept him on a chain so that he could only go so far and not kill people.
Yeah.
And they free him accidentally. He kills a bunch of them. 2 of them get away, the main character and one of the girls. And then as they're limping away, licking their scars, the main characters.
Well, both of the 2 old men die, and then
Yeah.
the 2 characters are getting away. It's like, okay, movie's done.
Yeah,
Basically.
and then well,
Is that a Discord notification, Jeremy?
no.
That's very unprofessional.
Basically, the little brother of the main character stabs the girl in the back, and then the main character's like, "Bro, we talked about this." And the twist
Well, then he's like, "This is just like what you did with Dad," and then roll credits. Like immediately the credits roll, and it's like an upbeat rock song too.
The twist being that they have the exact same dynamic as the 2 old men, but
they never like go into that at all.
Well, the thing is, at one point the little brother, he like encounters the old man and falls in a puddle of blood, and I thought initially when he killed, like, he showed some violent tendencies in the movie, and I was like, oh, he's being turned into a psychopath, like, because of this experience with falling into the blood. But then they're like, this is like what you did to Dad, and so it's like, oh, so this has been, he's always been
the kid's
like
always
this.
just been a psychopath. It's just, it would have been a lot smarter if they had the kid change due to the
that's what
influence from the old
Dexter
man.
does.
Yeah.
Anyways, bad movie.
Really, I mean, interesting watch. Just
no,
having it come from Happy Madison Productions.
I like
every other Happy Madison film is like Click and an Adam Sandler comedy. This is just a straight up horror film.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be a completionist and watch every Happy Madison film, sure, it's an interesting
Well,
watch.
for me,
For us,
going through all the Happy Madison thing, this is like a breath of fresh air. This is the only horror movie.
I don't know, man. I like horror a lot, and this was really
It was
rough.
not smart horror.
No, it was like bottom
It was
of the
generic
barrel.
slasher drive-in horror.
But it wasn't
which
generic.
Actually, that's a perfect idea to expand the Happy Madison brand, which puts in so little effort. Is like, do your cheesy horror flicks. People love those.
But most generic slashers, I'd argue, have more going on than this. Like, this was really awful.
Yeah, it was really just boring a lot of the time.
I'm gonna give it like a 0 out of 10. My first 0, probably not, but I'm giving it a 0.
Okay,
I
alright.
did not enjoy this.
I'll give it
movie.
like a 4 out of 10. What is that? Is that tape?
I'm gonna murder someone.
Oh my gosh.
Max, don't go down the shortcut. Yeah, that's our warning to you guys this week. Don't take shortcuts.
don't take shortcuts. That's the message of the movies.
You
Don't
never
take shortcuts
know.
in life.
Yeah.
Because you might get killed by an old man.
Don't take shortcuts in life. Like, leveraging your brother's production company to get your crappy horror script produced.
Hey.
Sorry.
Hey.
Can I not?
You gotta put some respect to the Sandler family crest.
Okay,
Alright?
Okay. Anyways, typical Rick.
Yeah, typical Rick. So typical Rick is a
More
Comedy
like
Central.
typical. I think you have to censor that.
I will censor that. But you're kind of right though. Typical Rick is a Comedy Central show with 2 seasons that stars Nick Swarsden and another actor that
Simon Rex.
Simon Rex, who was just in Red Rocket that you just told me that blew my mind.
Yeah.
It has
Red Rocket is a new A24 film.
right. It has 2 seasons, 6 episodes each. Each episode is like around 7 minutes, like very short, which
It was good.
last
for our
episode we
purposes.
were so upset because we thought this was like full half an hour episodes. So
I don't think we would have finished if it was full half an hour. I don't think I could have done that.
yeah, because that would have been 6 hours.
Yeah, a little less, but yeah,
Yeah.
6 hours of Swarsden. And I don't know if we could have fit it in anywhere. And 2,
But I would have made it happen.
this show,
Yeah.
especially the first season, I thought the
first season
second
was
season
really rough.
showed some improvement.
I agree, I
will
agree.
give it credit where it's due.
Like they were actually progressing and making a better show as they went along, which I do really respect.
Yeah.
The first season was really rough.
The first season just like was not a comedy.
Yeah,
like it was
so
just things happening
the
and Nick
show
Swarsden
is-
yelling.
Yeah, this show's about Nick Swarsden. No, I guess it's about the other guy because he's
He's Rick.
He's Rick, the typical
okay,
Rick.
so it's an odd couple comedy, right?
Yeah.
Where there's Nick Swarsden who plays a man baby named Gary, and
he's
there's
an actor trying to find work in LA, which is
Yeah.
kind of a parody of Swarsden's like real life.
yeah, and then there's Rick, his roommate, who's like this chiseled god, very attractive, traditionally,
Yeah.
and tall, and like does a lot of drugs and just wants to party, kind of like a hedonist.
Yeah.
And you know they were best friends back in Iowa, and they're this weird pair trying to make it in LA.
But I guess the joke is Nick Swarsden's trying to become an actor and he's failing.
And
Rick doesn't want to be an actor,
Yeah.
and everyone around is like, "Hey, you should act," and he finds success even when he doesn't try.
But for me, I think the biggest problem with the central conceit of the show is I never ever understood why these two people were friends. They never felt like
Yeah.
friends. In the last episode, I did clock this. Rick, references that in high school he slept with Gary's girlfriend.
Right?
Like, yeah.
No, that's the thing. Best
Max,
Buds,
if you
yeah.
did that to me,
Yeah.
I'd definitely still move in with you.
Water under the bridge, man.
Yeah, like I don't. The whole thing from the very core idea they didn't seem interested in. They more just wanted to do like I don't know random sketches about LA life.
I guess so. I mean, they were like 7-minute episodes too, so they could barely fit a plot in. Most of the time, it would feel like it was setting up, and then there would never be payoff, or the payoff was just so small.
Well, because it was a 2-act structure instead of a 3-act.
Yeah, you're right.
Just because of the length constraints.
But they were using a sitcom format.
Yeah, no, it didn't
The way they
work.
wrote it was like classic sitcom episode structures.
Which aren't sitcoms like 4 acts? I don't know much about sitcoms, but I'm pretty sure they're more than. 3.
I mean, yeah, usually those have like an A and B plot too that then
Yeah.
intersect and pay off each other.
Yeah. So it's a weird show. It's a weird idea to try to make a sitcom work in 7 minutes and center it around Nick Swarsden, who I wouldn't exactly call a leading man.
Very rude.
Sorry.
He's-
I don't
no.
know. This one like kind of just drained the life out of me every time. I have a migraine right now because we just
Yeah,
finished watching
yeah.
season 2,
Oh yeah. That we should mention we just finished watching that.
and I think
The show did just make me sad.
yeah, it's just kind of like upsetting
Yeah.
generally because it's not really funny, or like I don't know. There's no spark in it. There's no.
No,
It just kind of feels like people going through the motions.
Yeah, the one thing I really didn't like was just like the joke was always Nick Swarsden fails or something, even when he's not really in the wrong. There are a lot of times where he is in the wrong and he's trying too hard at something. Then other times like it's just like the world treats him terribly. Other people treat him terribly for literally no reason.
Yeah.
And that's the joke, and it's like, come on.
To the point where when in the final episode things go right for him at the very
that-
end.
that I
felt,
liked.
It felt weird almost. I was
Yeah.
like, this is not. His character has never been good at anything.
No.
I
That was like honestly last episode of the show, best episode of the show.
Max is a big Chris D'Elia fan. That's why he liked that one so specifically.
Chris D'Elia is in this show 2 episodes.
That
Despicable.
aged really well.
Yeah. I guess I liked it in the last episode. He plays like a villain.
Charlie Sheen's also in the show. There's a few like pop-ups from people.
Little cameos. Who do we have? The guy from Boyfriend versus Girlfriend, Jesse, the YouTuber.
Oh yeah,
that was crazy.
And BF, the Prank versus Prank channel.
Yeah, Prank versus Prank.
And then there was also the monkey guy from Grandma's Boy. He had a pet monkey.
Right. And there was the guy from Bulletproof too.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Right.
Bulletproof
There's a few
guys.
pop-ins. There were some other influencers, I think.
Yeah,
Nick Swarsden has connections to, as we know, Jake Paul.
Yeah,
and a little bit of the YouTube crowd because he's younger than Sandler and them. So that's kind of interesting.
I just feel like it's not good. That's kind of my
no.
Don't like one. It's hard to find now because it was not very successful.
Yeah,
and I think it's kind of better left forgotten. That's I mean that might be mean.
I like they're trying.
It feels like a bad Always Sunny ripoff. Like the characters are bad people. And
it's like someone who really likes Always Sunny and doesn't get why the show works like it does.
Yeah.
Like they think, oh, the reason it's Always Sunny is funny is because the characters do drugs and have guns
and are terrible
and
loud
deal,
and annoying.
Deal with controversial topics.
Yeah.
Like that is where the comedy comes from. In I imagine Goosen's Head or something like that.
But I feel like what they missed about Sunny is that like a lot of the comedy sometimes comes from putting these awful people like in our real world. And
yes,
like,
and there's always some clever commentary behind it that comments on it that shows how terrible these people are.
Yeah,
this is just like bad people doing.
Yeah, just like unlikable
drugs,
like just witnessing unlikable people's lives.
Yeah,
and they quip while they are unlikable, and Nick Swarsden screams and is literally like most of the show he's just like a man child. Like I don't know. It wasn't for me.
No, it was not.
I mean, if this sounds like a fun show for you,
this definitely has an audience because Nick Swarsden has an audience. I think.
Yeah, it's not me.
It's not me. I'll check his stuff out. I like to
it's
watch it.
all on the wheel now.
Yeah.
God, that was depressing. Thinking about what we have left.
Hey, you put Mars Needs Moms, okay?
Yeah, well, you put typical Rick, so
I did put typical Rick.
We all have our crosses to bear. We all have our sins that we'll have to account for when we meet our maker.
The Annoying Orange TV show. Nick Swarsden was in 2 episodes of that.
We got a lot of Nick
Swarsden
get to that,
yeah.
coming up, but we'll have to spin the wheel to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, what else is? Oh, do we want to wrap up typical Rick? It's fine.
Yeah,
like I don't watch it.
Yeah,
it's like I put it.
It's
square in the middle.
Fine. The first season is absolutely terrible television.
Okay.
Like I would not spend your time watching that. The second season gets a little bit better. It seems like they got more of a budget. They had better sets, more cameos.
I put it like square in the middle of the stuff we've watched just because it's only 7 minutes each episode.
Yeah, and
makes it a lot less offensive.
I can understand that the show like never found its footing.
Yeah.
As well, because you again, as we said, you could see there was some minor improvements in season 2.
They had 12 7-minute episodes. Like that's most comedies take a full season of 13 to find their voice. Yeah. So maybe it would have become something, but it's dead now.
Yeah. Well, who knows? It got canceled.
It did get canceled. Maybe like
let's start that Indiegogo.
Maybe Paramount Plus will pick it up.
Yeah. Oh, that would be great. Streaming service.
Did you know
should
Paramount
pick it
Plus
up.
is in Canada?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I
we should get that.
Yeah,
just
I want to check out that.
Just kidding, Paramount Plus intern who had to listen to this because I mentioned your company. I'm never getting it.
Get trolled.
Halo looks bad.
Rude.
Speaking of Halo, the ad for that played when I went to see the Batman. And speaking of the Batman, I saw the Batman.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Batman.
Okay, so now I'm gonna spoil it all for Max right here.
Hit all the big spoiler points.
Yeah.
And say nothing else that happens.
Yeah. Okay. Batman is in it.
Yes.
And Gotham City.
Mm-hmm.
They really make Gotham City feel like a character in the film, and I really appreciated that.
You really feel like Batman when you're watching it?
I really felt like Batman. I don't know. I actually really liked it.
Yeah,
it was good. It's a solid little like. It's not a superhero movie. Well, it is, of course, but like, don't go expecting like a Marvel movie. Like it's very.
This is a little bit higher brow.
I wouldn't even say that. It's just a different thing.
A different tone.
It's much more
genre.
like a detective story, which I thought was cool. I'm not the
Yeah.
biggest fan of the Nolan interpretations because I just feel like they don't have a lot of character.
Yeah, I mean, their character is this world is dark and grim.
I wouldn't even say dark. I'd say it's just like they're like this is the real world.
It's like
this
muted.
Yeah, like
yeah, but
this
that's
is,
not even the real world. It's more muted than the real world, so it's like a worse...
I feel like Nolan's Gotham is very just like New York or Chicago.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
not really like a unique.
I mean, in the Joker one, don't
locale.
they literally have the New York ferries? Like, doesn't a whole plot take?
in Dark
on it?
Knight? Yeah,
Yeah, where he puts
Yeah.
the bombs on the ferries.
yeah. I don't think they're bad. I think they're
No,
they're
no,
very
I don't
good
think
movies.
they're bad. I don't.
I just
give
prefer
that
this
impression.
more stylized take, and I'm excited to see if they do more of these. I'm also a big Robert Pattinson fan, so just kind of, it was for me.
He's been in some good stuff lately.
I mentioned the other week that I wanted to go see After Yang this week as well.
Oh yeah.
They didn't put it in theaters in Canada,
What?
which is so dope.
Is it on streaming or something?
No, it's not playing in Canada right now, so I'll have to
Why
see.
they always gotta do this to us?
I don't know. Like
We
I
give
want
them
to give
maple
you.
syrup
Yeah,
and leaves. We give them their cool leaves.
yeah,
And this is the respect we get.
yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just messed, you know.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it eventually for sure. There will be a time for me to watch it, but I was looking forward to supporting it because I like the director a lot, and I wanted to. I don't know what I was gonna say. Put my money where my mouth is. I guess.
Right. Was that TIFF?
I checked if it wasn't there.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
So
weird.
I don't know where I'm gonna see it, but I will watch it eventually.
Put Locker.
Whoa, Max! You want to go
Sorry.
back to jail?
No.
You just got out, brother. Be careful.
Okay, my bad. I'm in rehab, you know.
For
Piracy rehab.
That's good.
I don't. What else? Do
You
we
watch
even have
anything
anything
good?
else? Not really.
Oh,
I don't think I have even watched anything other than
Batman
You know.
and Robin.
Oh yeah, Batman and Robin with Mr. Freeze.
Great picture.
terrific.
Great picture.
The Ice Age.
That's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really have like anything. I don't know. School's really busy right now. I've not been watching a lot,
No, neither have I.
and there's nothing new that I'm like, ooh. I mean, Atlanta starts at the end of the month, but you know, this show will be over around then. So that's all I got. I think.
Yeah, I guess that's solid. We don't have trivia for like typical Rick.
Oh, do you want me to look? Some
Let me. Do you want to do shortcut or typical Rick? Let's find the trivia real quick and lift some up.
Okay.
Okay, we have some incredible trivia for you.
These are insane facts. We just looked these up. They're hot off the presses. For the shortcut trivia, the only movie produced by Adam Sandler's production company, Happy Madison, under the moniker Scary Madison.
Oh. Wow.
And if you were listening earlier in the episode,
did
we
mention
already
that.
said this.
For typical Rick, the trivia we have is here it is. Ready? I'm just gonna read the direct quote of what they entered in for trivia. Renewed for second season. And if
No
you were listening
way.
earlier, we did mention that too.
We did mention there was a second
there was a
season.
second season, and then it got canceled.
I
after the
actually have
second.
trivia about the shortcut that isn't on the IMDb trivia, so I might contribute that.
Oh, what's that?
In other countries that are not America and Canada, the film is called Avoid the Shortcut.
Oh.
So really getting the themes out there, you know, strong.
Yes, because they do avoid the
They
shortcut.
don't.
They're
That's
supposed to
they
avoid the
should.
shortcut.
They should have, and then maybe the movie wouldn't be a horror. Maybe it would
That's-
be a lovely little rom-com.
The lead character's grandma's like, "Don't go near the shortcut."
And he's like, "I'm gonna go near the shortcut."
Mm-hmm.
That's not what he sounds like.
That's exactly dead on.
He just he's
like-
he's like, "I'm gonna go near the shortcut."
I don't even
Grandma."
remember what he sounded
He
like.
sounded like a little baby boy.
Okay,
I hate the shortcut.
shortcut.
Let me leave you all with one thought.
Mhm.
I despise the film The Shortcut. Like genuinely, probably my most hated film of all time. Outside of films that are like blatantly racist and
Right.
hateful, The Shortcut is like right after them in terms of garbage.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, we didn't have a fun time with these wheel spins this week. We
No.
got some
Oh,
real.
I gotta spin the wheel.
Oh yeah.
I gotta spin the wheel.
Please bless this
I
wheel,
gotta add
please.
Nick Swarsden's playtime. Of
Don't
horror.
add it right now. Don't
Why?
add it right now.
No,
Just spin
then
the
the
wheel.
wheels-
Jeremy,
then the wheel-
I swear to God, if you add that right now, we're gonna get it. And then you're gonna have to watch
Playtime,
2 seasons,
fun time.
and this will be your fault this time.
We got it. The wheel wills as the wheel spins.
Yeah, but it's not on the wheel yet, so
I just
loophole.
added it.
Oh, God damn it.
All right.
Nick Swarsden has another show that came before Typical Rick.
It's like a talk show. Variety
no, it's a
show.
it's a skit show from 2010.
Anyways, I'm spinning the wheel.
Okay.
The wheel.
Is it Nick Swarsden's show? I think there's a bug on the wheel, Jeremy.
I mean,
Why does the wheel spin the newest thing that we add every time?
Maybe we should spin again.
Yeah.
I think we should.
I think we should spin
and
again.
We're not cutting this. This is live.
It got the show.
If you're really upset about
be
this
on purpose.
If you're truly upset about this, I will DM us on Twitter and I will send you our address and you can beat us up.
Yeah.
That's our concession. I'm not gonna dox myself live, but I will on Twitter. I just don't nothing matters. I don't know.
The Longest Yard.
It's an actual Adam film. I'm just so tired.
That's a good one. Longest Yard and
Woo, another sports movie. Let's see if Max hates this one too.
Yeah. No, that's the one where he's in prison.
Yeah.
With Joey Diaz.
Oh my god, we used you in prison bit.
Oh yeah.
We could
I'll go back to prison.
We're gonna send you back.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, this has been the Sandler Files this week.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. I never want to see another Nick Swarsden picture. I don't want to see that man's visage. In my vision.
Every time we watch one of his projects,
Yeah.
we're closer to never watching them again.
Yeah. He doesn't just go with it, which I like. Anyways.
Yeah, he
we'll
was
see
great
you
in that. He
next
was really
week
great in that.
With another double feature of The Longest Yard and Nick Swarsden's Playtime Funtime Palace. I'm just kidding. We're not watching
we'll
that.
see. We'll see.
We're not watching that.
We'll
I don't have
we'll
time.
see.
I already know I don't have time.
We'll see.
Because I'm going home this weekend.
Right.
Okay, bye.
We'll see.